Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott. Been about a week, kind of breaking away from my self-imposed schedule of doing 2 a week. I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. So I do feel relieved I'm not putting that pressure on myself. However, not doing a video for a week, there's that inertia of being out of the habit of doing a video, and then it gets harder to get down here. So I don't know how to reconcile those things, but whatever. That's my own internal problems. I don't know why I'm bothering you guys with it, but gonna do a video today, show a couple interesting things. Got an ACDC box set and the new Dan Swano reissues, the first two, The Edge of Sanity, Purgatory Afterglow, and Nightingale, the Nightfall Overture, and we'll talk about those a little bit more in depth. First, I wanted to say, in addition to doing less videos, I'm definitely watching less videos from other people, and I feel kind of guilty about that. Like, how can I expect people to watch my videos when I'm not, kind of being part of the community and everything? I don't know. I get this completist attitude of, I want to watch everybody's videos, and of course that's absolutely not possible. And then maybe I don't go on YouTube for a day and I come back and there's, 20 videos I feel like I need to watch, and then rather than pick and choose, I just friggin' don't watch any of them, and that's not cool. So if I haven't been commenting on your videos, I've also not been commenting as much even when I do watch, which is kind of silly. I should at least, say hi, but yeah, so no offense if I haven't been watching and commenting. I don't know, just kind of in one of those moods, I guess, but yeah, we're all still friends, right? I know everybody doesn't watch all my videos too, so it's just in my head. I just thought I'd bring it up. So my last video on controversial bands, I was completely owned by a comment. A very respectful and thoughtful young person commented that these bands are not controversial. This is just a Varg fanboy who wants to talk about Nazi bands. And I just wanted to confess, yes, you were totally right. For the last year and a half, I have had the mask on that I like other kinds of music. I like Marillion. I like Barry Manilow. I like Journey. I like Iron Maiden. But actually, underneath it all, it was all a long con to amass tens of subscribers so that I could then proselytize about Nazi bands. You totally got me. So in the spirit of that, by the way, I don't want you to misinterpret this. This is a joke. So in the spirit of that, I'm going to end this channel, and I'm taking it all behind the paywall. I'm starting a Patreon, like all the cool kids do, okay? But I want you guys to hang in with me, because this is going to be totally worth it. I'm going to describe what's going to happen on this Patreon. It's going to be for the low price of $14.88 a month. Wink. And what we're going to do, since I'm such a Varg fanboy, it's going to be pretty Varg-centric. We're going to look at pictures of Varg like it's fucking Teen Beat, and we're going to kind of vote on what our favorite Varg era of his looks were, like the chainmail and mace era, or the kind of prison skinhead era, or the survivalist wilderness era. And we're gonna put up pictures, and we're gonna vote on like which picture of Varg is the cutest, stuff like that. We're going to do in-depth book reviews on all his like Mein Kampf style books that he's written. We're going to go in depth on all the various myths he's created for himself over the years, and as he retcons his own history. It's going to be really good. We're going to do like hour-long videos for each track on all of his like prison Casio records. It's going to be freaking great, you guys. And it's not all, okay? For your $14.88 a month, you can vote on an album for me to review. Probably an album I would not want to review, so I'm definitely going to give my all to it. So you'll see me, whoring myself out to talk about the new 200 Stab Wounds album. And also you get early access to any video I make, so you can watch this fucking nonsense. It's all free a day early. what else? I know I had some other great perks. I'm going to give you a tour of my backyard. I know that is in high demand in the Patreon sphere. So, yeah, join up now, guys. And again, this is a joke. I'm not really doing that. Okay. So, mask back on. As you guys all know now, all I didn't want to do is talk about Nazi Mans, but I'm not going to today because I want to keep that mask on and kind of rope you guys in further so I can then talk to you about the glories of National Socialism. Anyway, let's get serious. Let's talk about some cool music. I found this at a local shop, and it's old as fuck, I know, the ACDC Bonfire box. So this came out in 97. I remember it coming out and kind of not really knowing what it was, and glancing at it and seeing Back in Black was in it, and I was like, okay, I don't feel like I need this. And then I just kind of forgot about it. But I saw this at the shop. It was $15, really excellent shape, used. I just wanted to show inside. Got the book, kind of that old style, long, thin CD box set book. It's got a poster. I'm not going to unfold it. It's super big. But also has the temporary tattoo inside. I didn't know all this stuff even came with it until I was like putting on Discogs and saw this all what came with it. Guitar pick, a keychain bottle opener. Let me turn that around. There we go. And there's something else too. Oh, a big sticker. So I was pretty impressed that all that stuff was still in there. I mean, for over 25-year-old box set. So what this is, if you don't know, probably anybody who cares knows. This is kind of a tribute to Bon Scott. And what it has, I'm trying to arrange all the friggin' tchotchkes in here so I don't lose them. It's a 5-disc set. We've got the ACDC live at Atlantic Studios, or live from Atlantic Studios, recorded in 77. This was part of a radio program where they did, various bands live in the studio with a very small audience. I guess this has been a promo that had been really sought after and then bootlegged and whatnot, but it was finally actually released on here. Super fun, energetic, 45-minute set with, kind of the songs you would expect, but very fun to hear. I guess this might have turned me off too. I didn't realize there was a Let There Be Rock movie. I just knew the album. So this is the soundtrack to the concert film Let There Be Rock. 2 discs. I believe it might have been able to fit on 1 disc. It might be like 85 minutes or something. But again, super fun to hear Bon Scott live. I think that's kind of where he really shined. I mean, I love the albums too, but basically this is for if you want Bon Scott live material. The 4th disc is Volts, kind of a rarities disc. It's got some early songs with titles that became other songs, and then songs with other titles that became a song that with a different title, things like that. And then some live stuff. And it finishes with Ride On from Dirty Deeds, which is just the album version, but just kind of a send-off to Bon. And then the hidden tracks at the end of that are just kind of interview clips from Bon, which is it's kind of fun to listen to. Not anything you're going to go back and listen to a bunch, but it was kind of cool. And then the 5th disc, inexplicably, is Back in Black. Like, what ACDC fan doesn't have Back in Black? I don't understand. And it's just Back in Black. It's just the album. I mean, there's nothing special about it. So, yeah, that's a little puzzling. But I'm not sure what it retailed for, but for frickin' $15, I'll take that all day. Very happy to get it and enjoyed listening to it. Sorry, get all my treasures back in the box there so that they can be in there when my son throws it in the dumpster when I'm dead. All right. Okay. So we'll move on to these. So Dan Swano, a lot of Dan Swano's projects were on Black Mark, which I don't know what's going on with Black Mark since the owner died. They're very hard to get, it seems like, and things aren't getting licensed, but Sentry Media did start licensing these, and they announced 4 releases, and these were the first 2 to come out. So I'll start with Edge of Sanity, Purgatory Afterglow, their fourth album from 94. And these have the theme of that I love of the slipcase. That's just the fucking album cover. Like, whatever. What a waste. But okay. That's what they chose. These are a little pricey. They're on Amazon. They're like $22. So I was kind of hemming and hawing about it. But for this album, this is a pretty special album to me. This was the first Edge of Sanity I heard. The lead song, Twilight, was the first Edge of Sanity song I heard on a comp, a Black Mark comp that came with Sounds of Death magazine. So I decided to get it. So what you get the album, you get the Until Eternity Ends EP tacked on the end, and then disc 2, this is disc 1 is a remaster, disc 2 is a remix, both by Dan Swano, who is awesome at those kind of things. Full disclosure, these came in this weekend, and I've not heard them yet, so I will report back if they're exceptionally good or bad. The remix disc, whatever, but so that might have made me pass on this, but this is, like I said, kind of an important album for my metal journey. So a very thick book, which is cool. Got all the lyrics. I won't show you that. Who cares? And then long, kind of hard to read because my eyes are getting shittier as I get older. Write up about kind of the making of the album and what was going on behind the scenes and how the band had almost broken up 2 albums before this, which I did not know. That was pretty interesting. And then you got some photos and whatnot. So while I enjoyed looking through this and reading the new liner notes, what I kind of did not enjoy was they didn't really stay true to what the original artwork was, or what was included in the original, I guess. Like, the songwriting credits aren't in there. I had to go refresh my memory and look at the original booklet to see who were what songs. And they got these weird band photos that are all like obscured with like blood all over them. Those are not included in the new version. So just kind of a nitpick from a completist standpoint. When there's a reissue like this, I want it to be like the definitive edition with fucking everything in it, so I don't need to keep the old ones if I don't want to. But I mean, I guess I have the old ones, so I can keep them. And this is the Until Eternity Ends EP, and none of this artwork is in that reissue either. Just a 4-track EP, pretty cool. They do a cover of Invisible Sun by the Police that at the time was a little controversial, but I would say if you do not have Purgatory Afterglow, this is a must-buy. I think it's a fantastic, I guess you would say, progressive death metal album. Introducing some other kinds of things, some clean vocals. If you're familiar with Dan Swano, you can kind of know where his head's at. And his favorite band is also Marillion, so there's some of that influence in there too. But Purgatory Afterglow, definitely, if you don't have it, I would get it. If you have the originals, I'll report back on if the remaster/remix is worth the double dip. Okay, so the next one, another Dan Swano project, not Edge of Sanity this time. This is Nightingale. This is his started out kind of as a goth rock solo project, and then progressed more into like proggy hard rock, I guess, influenced by kinds of Kansas and Marillion, stuff like that. So this is from 2005. It is their, I don't know if you would actually technically call it a full length. It's after their 4th full length. This is a re-recordings album because they were, it started as a solo project with a drum machine and then went through different permutations. And Dan just thought there were some songs that could benefit from being re-recorded. This was recorded as a kind of a tour thing to sell on tour. I think 500 copies. I was never able to get a copy of this on CD. And really, really, really wanted it. What I did find, strangely, on Amazon, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, the vinyl popped up, and I don't know if this was printed, if this was pressed at the same time. I would almost guess not, like 2005. But yeah, it popped up for like $20. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have it in any format, so yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take it. So just not too intricate lyrics on one side and kind of band photos and credits on the other side of the sleeve. But yeah, a lot of these songs really benefit from the re-recording, and there is one new song on here that is really good that the band kind of in the liner notes goes on and on about how much they like it too, and it might be one of the best songs they ever did. And there is a re-recording of, well, I can't remember the name now, Losing Myself, the Edge of Sanity song. So this is also a 2-disc reissue, again with the slipcase that matches exactly the book. We'll get into the book a little bit. So this one is, well, especially since it being such a rare thing, if you're a Nightingale fan and don't have it, I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, it just got lyrics in there. There's the dudes and liner notes from Chris Dick wrote the liner notes for the Purgatory Afterglow one with some interviews, and this is just like he does like an intro, and then Dan, his brother Dag, and Eric Oscarson, the bass player, I believe is the bass player. Let's see. Yes, okay, I did not embarrass myself there. They do a little write-ups about it too, just kind of about recording it and some live stories from the band, because the second disc is just it's a live compilation. I believe it's 16 tracks. Let me make sure. Yes. 9 of them are this. The Rock Hard live release from 2000 and who fucking knows, because it's 2017. This came out on Alone Records from Spain. Kind of a rarity. I'd never even heard of that label besides this, but this was a festival set, so it's like 40-ish minutes. Do run through some of there's mostly their songs, and then they do a Black Tears song cover from Edge of Sanity. I don't know, is it a cover if you're covering one of your other bands? I don't know, but that's what they did. So the live disc on here also includes a recording of Better Safe Than Sorry, the new song on here that they only played that one time, according to the guys. So cool to have a live version of that. Just kind of glancing through here, yeah, some other songs that weren't on the official live album. There's an Edge of Sanity medley I'm really excited to hear that I don't even know what's on there. So yeah, I was super stoked for this one, especially because, just most of my stuff is CDs, and if I have vinyl, I usually want to have the CD too. So now I have the CD with the bonus live disc. Again, it doesn't recreate any of this artwork, so I guess I'm keeping that too. What was in here? Oh, it's just like a little kind of a mini poster deal. But yeah, if you don't know, I would definitely recommend Edge of Sanity, and probably most of you know them. But Nightingale, if you're into kind of hard rocking prog, mixed with some little AOR mixed in there. The early stuff is kind of gothy, so they, pick and choose. I'll put up some. I'll put up a link to this, and you can check it out because it spans like the first 4 albums. Okay. Holy shit, that was long. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and make sure to sign up for my Patreon that I'm definitely not doing. And as always, CM Punk is a piss baby. Later.